Hello and I still have blood on my nose. Shit. I just yeah, I get nosebleeds when the weather's weird like this, and I was just bleeding out for the show. So sorry about the blood on my nose. Try to take care of that. But hello and welcome to Goldboys PrimeTime. I am Eli. That's Jerry. Thank you. Before I forget, to Pickett Sports. Thank you to Sleeper Picks. Download both those apps. Use the code Goldboys. Help us out a lot, and are both honestly truly awesome apps that I'd be recommending both of them, even if they weren't our sponsors. Pickett is 100% necessary. You have to have it. Easily shop every book that you have access to. It tracks all of your bets, all of your balances, tracks your wins, losses daily. You can follow. I hide all my bets on there because I'm weird. I don't know, but you can probably follow Jerry on there and see what he's betting on if you want to. I don't know. What's up, man? How you doing?
I don't even know if I can look at you for this show. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You look like you're about 14.
Yeah, see, that's why obviously the mustache does look ridiculous, right? I know it's hilarious, but I look like a child already, and I know it's funny. I'm kind of owning the mustache look, but Dolwar, thank you for that subscription. Appreciate that. I'm owning the hilarity of the mustache, but I do look like a 12-year-old now, right? You know,
like it's your first day in Hogwarts.
That's valid. If I would go and get my other actually super round glasses, it would really be like that. Let's get into it. Shorter evening slate tonight. It's kind of how Thursdays go. What the hell is wrong with the Atlanta Braves? You know?
As much as I want to make fun of that poverty franchise and a bunch of bums on that team, it's just the West Coast trip, man. It's hard for a lot of East Coast teams. It's always been a thing. Mets have dealt with it for years. It's something about it. It's just like the time change and the travel. It's always a tough grind. You could be it's clearly the worst team in MLB history, and they could still give problems when you have that swing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm. That's my take on it too. Braves fans are calling for, and the Braves podcast and stuff I listen to, they're calling for roster changes, and they're like, let's put Marcelo Ozuna in left field every day. He can't catch the baseball. His swings have looked terrible. I don't know. I think they're going to be all right, but it is kind of embarrassing, even though it is a West Coast trip, when you lose. They're winning right now, right? When you drop 2 out of 3 at least to what would be an average AAA team at best, I think, to be totally honest about it. But yeah, I did turn Jerry's mic up. Thank you for reminding me. We both now have these fancy mics, and Jerry honestly just doesn't. He's not close enough to it, so that's the real issue. But I'll keep cranking him. There you go. Turn Jerry volume up. I did. Hopefully that's a little delayed. I did. Eli looks so cute like that. I love that for me, Jeannie. Thank you. A couple people asked. I'll be honest. I was kind of getting rid of the mustache. I was messing with it a lot. I was kind of starting to hurt, and I don't know. I got B-Dub's wing sauce in it last night. I was kind of over it. So I was on Sheldon Murphy to hit a home run last night, and I tweeted out if he didn't that I was going to shave my mustache. I kind of just wanted an excuse to do it without it being a whole thing. Why'd you shave your mustache? And I have an excuse, right? So that's really what happened for those asking. Ohtani and Trout with the easy home run parlay cash. I love that for you, Walter. Varsho home run. Wait, are they're playing, or he just hit a home run?
No, he did not playing yet, but he.
Okay, I don't mind that bet. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
On that Ohtani note, it's a real conversation that Shohei Ohtani is the most talented baseball player to ever play baseball. I don't know that there's really an argument there. Day game Shohei Ohtani is different. I tweeted this out earlier. He's on this blood on my nose is driving me insane. He's hitting a home run in 11.11% of his at bats in day games, which if he had the full season of at bats that Aaron Judge had last year, he would hit 63 1/3 home runs, which that's not really a thing, but that's wild, man. He's already a top whatever pitcher, top whatever hitter, and you put I don't know what's the difference? Any thoughts on why he's so good in day games? It's wild.
There's a lot of players. You'll be surprised because I look at day night splits all the time. It's a thing, man.
I've been looking at that a lot too.
You know what it is? Like what I think it is. These guys are creatures of habit, and there's just something about their day.
Monotony and
A lot of guys don't like nights. Like a lot of guys are, they're up early in the day. They're the most energy. They're most aware in the daytime. Like last season, Jackson Winsky was a wagon in the daytime. Like he was making me I saw him in a day game, and I'm like, I'm betting for a home run. Sure enough, home run. He had like, I forget the splits. It was pretty ridiculous last season for day night. But there's just certain guys that they prefer day games, and it's when you see that trend, you got to stick with it. And just like that, just like today, you tweeted it out, uh, and he went yard. It went yard twice, and I'm so mad because I did not. I wanted to run another like 5-leg round robin by two home run, 2 home run parlay like last time. I would have been sitting waiting for another guy to cash for another nice one, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, honestly, day game Shohei, bet his home run, bet his home bases, and until further notice. I guess maybe unless it's a good lefty. I honestly, I don't even know if I care, because if he gets a bullpen at bat, like I'm fine with it, especially if it's in the plus 300, plus 400 range. I think I got a plus 330 today when I took it.
You know what I noticed? I don't know if it's true, or maybe it's in my head, but I feel like right after he has a start, he does poorly batting. Like the next day, he doesn't bat very well. Then
And then
he
he heats it
slowly
back up, yeah.
climbs back up to like till his start again, and then it declines. It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah. So I wanted to. I was trying to figure it out today if there's anything different with Shohei. I thought it might be like something with the time zone and like Japan viewers or something, but there would be probably less people watching in Japan for the day games. It's usually like 3 or 4 a.m. and for the night games, I think it's like usually 10, 11 or noon over there. But I don't know. Somebody asked where he's getting traded to. I have no idea. If they're clear, if they're clearly out of it by the trade deadline, I think you have to move him. Jerry brought up the Dodgers. I think that makes sense. That's the only place that makes sense to me if he wants to stay on the West Coast. But I mean,
they probably don't want to trade him to the American League, so Dodgers make the most sense. I don't think he wants anything to do with the East Coast anywhere else. I think he wants to stay on the West Coast. He said it before. I mean, he had the option. He had the option to play anywhere, and he chose the Angels because it was convenient. So we'll see. Especially a long-term contract. I don't think he's doing it on the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know. I would love to see him on the Yankees, but I don't think it's gonna happen unless it's like a 1-year deal, which I don't think he would do anyway. So
is Judge
it's
and
just
Auto
gonna be
absolutely.
What's that? Is
Someone
Judge
said
not?
it's
Yeah.
until further notice.
Like the Profar alongside Varsho. Okay, let's get into the games. I had another question I want to talk to you about, but we'll just skip it. We'll come back to it. First games that had you looking at anything live for the games going on right now? I'm not personally. Okay.
I'm not stressing.
Chad, if you have questions or something that you're keeping an eye on for live bet wise for some of the games going on, there's a couple going on right now, right? Let us know. We can talk through it. First late tonight, so we should be looking for content. But San Diego Padres, Miami Marlins. That's Snell tonight, right? Blake Snell and Braxton Garrett. Snell has been kind of up and down. Braxton Garrett has been very, very up and down. Is that right? 14 hits to the Braves, 11 runs. Is that right? But he's also, he also went 5 1/3 against the Reds, who I'm buying some Red stock right now. Only giving up 3 hits, and he gave up 1 hit and 6 1/3 against the Giants, and he comes back to against the Rockies, only last 4 2/3. So I do have a play in this game. What are you thinking? I think I know what you're thinking, but
I think this is the only play that we talked about before the show. That we're both Tatis. I mean, you have to do it. He is just creaming left-handed pitching so far this season. A lot of power. I mean, he already has a small sample size, 2 for 3 with a home run versus Garrett. I mean, you just have to bet this guy right now, especially he's plus 350 right now on FanDuel. And then obviously, if you want to look at the other, all right, Soler's going versus a lefty. They're starting to pitch around him, and now you have a guy in Blake Snell who does not throw strikes. He's top 5 in the league in walks. So I feel like Soler could really ruin parlays tonight and piss a lot of people off when he walks twice and like the last, I think I gotta look at his stats, but I feel like he's been walking a
A
lot
lot.
early in the games. Like they're just pitching around him. They know the strat now. The thing about this Miami lineup is that you obviously have Dela Cruz leading off, good against lefties. He can very well get a hit, get on base. That's gonna put pressure, and you kind of have to throw strikes to Soler then, because then you have Arias behind him, who is pretty much even splits versus righty and lefties. It doesn't really matter to him. He just hits the baseball, and he's 2 for 2 versus Snell. Obviously, it just doesn't make a difference to him. So you need Dela Cruz to get on base to really feel good about Soler getting a good shot, because other than that, he's probably gonna pitch around him.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't love the. He very well might run into one tonight. He's the hottest hitter in baseball, or top 3 the last time how many weeks, honestly. I'm not betting him tonight, mostly for that. I looked at his walks. It was super juice. It was like minus 180 or something for a walk. So I laid off tonight. I don't know. I just rather I just don't have value. I did end up taking Fernando Tatis Jr. for 2 bases. I'm looking at his home run. I think you're on his home run too, but I got it at minus 105 on Hard Rock, and I think they're only in a few states. He's like minus 125, minus 130 on most of the other books. I don't love it there. If you want to play Tatis tonight, to me, and you don't have the Hard Rock book, or he's probably, his odds are probably great on 365. Everybody's going to show me or tell us, but I would almost just lean a home run for him tonight. Like you said, he's been creaming lefties. Braxton Garrett is not a great lefty. It's like a 354 WOBA to righties. I think I think a righty in that Padres lineup is probably going to hit one tonight. And the best odds there for me are Fernando Tatis Jr. I think his home run is like what?
He was plus
350. Yeah, plus 350 is the best line I have on FanDuel using the Pickett Sports app. I found that. Anything else on this one? I will say tomorrow, Jesus Sanchez should get his first start back off the IL against. I forget who's pitching for them tomorrow, but I'm gonna bet on Jesus Sanchez probably like everything. He was destroying the ball before he went on the IL. He was hitting absolute piss missiles in AAA too. So yeah, I'm gonna be on Jesus Sanchez tomorrow unless the line is just super trash. Probably like bases and sprinkle a home run, maybe even a 2 hits. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, this game I'm just gonna take. I'm gonna take Soler and Tatis as a parlay, as a same game parlay home run, and then but for like round robin purposes later, I'm just taking Tatis for this game.
Yeah, I like it. People are asking about De La Cruz. I don't think that's a bad look. I don't know. He doesn't. I know he's hit a couple in the last few days, but his fly ball percentage is still really low. Like it's almost like anytime he does hit a fly ball, it goes out. But his fly ball percentage is like 10% or under, which is it's just scary to me. But it's not a bad bet. Somebody asked about Bogarts. I just haven't seen enough. I haven't seen enough from him. People asking about Judge. Who's Tatis? Maybe Google that.
They're gonna end up finding his father, who played for the Cardinals.
Tatis Jr. He plays for the Padres. He's really good at baseball. Also use steroids. You pronounced this last name for the Brewers pitchers. Teheran? Julio Teheran?
Julio Teheran. He was.
It's just Teheran. Okay.
Yeah, he was a big prospect for the Braves. Had some good quality years for them. Kind of fell off a cliff. And now, out of desperation, the Brewers, with their injury issues, have they brought him in with a minor league contract and now made it major league. He's probably only going to be here for about 3 or 4 starts, depending if anybody comes back from the IL.
Yeah, he wasn't terrible. That his first outing. He had 5 strikeouts in 5 innings. He gave up a run, only 4 hits. He only gave up 5 hard hit balls too. So I mean, he was solid. That could be that was the Giants. I think Giants are heating up a little bit, starting to hit the ball pretty well. So maybe that's an outlier. Maybe that was there's not a whole lot of tape on him. They don't know what to expect. I don't know. But Alek Manoah kind of stinks still going for the Blue Jays tonight. I don't have anything yet on this game. A couple people mentioned Varsho. I don't think that's a bad look. Yelich, but I can't bet. Yeah, I can't bet Yelich. I don't know. Contreras maybe. Bo Bichette I did look at pretty hard on. You got anything on this one?
Well, people are gonna see a trend for me. I'm sticking with Dominicans all night tonight.
All right.
I'm going with Vladdy here against Tehran. I just Vladdy's looking like he's getting healthy again. He had a great game last game, 3 hits. When he starts trending up, you got to jump on the train. Especially if he's feeling good, man. The reason why I stayed away from Vladdy is like, yeah, he'll run into one here and there while he was banged up, but like if he's feeling good right now, he is gonna go on a tear. And I think this is a big game for it. Honestly, if he hits 2 home runs tonight, I'm gonna be devastated because he was on my list. It was Ohtani, Vladdy, and I'll get into more Tatis and uh, but my little 2 home run thing I was gonna do today, but we'll see. But I'm definitely gonna take him for a home run tonight, plus 350, I believe it was.
That's not bad, and you've heard me. I literally haven't gotten Vladdy right, so I don't bet on Vladdy right now. But guy's really good at hitting baseballs, so I'm with you. If you can find a hot stretch,
When he's healthy.
when he's healthy, he can make you a lot of money. I haven't taken yet. I don't know. I might like Bo Bichette bases. I think the odds were not great. Yeah, minus 125. Hard that was before Hard Rock posted lines, so. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to take it at minus 125, honestly. But if you're looking for more action there for like an SGP leg, Bichette bases would be interesting to me. And I don't know, Yelich for a hit, maybe. He'd give you, got to give you a hit against him. No, all right? He's just been bad. But all right, let's move on. Aaron Nola, Cookie Carlos, Carrasco, Phillies, Mets. Your boy Meat has really good numbers against Nola, right? Is that right? I think, is it a Schwarber night? I don't know. Tell me.
Well, it depends. Well, Carrasco's going to go. Is he going to go deep into the game? He doesn't give up a lot of home runs to left-handed batters. That's the only problem.
Okay.
So that's my only worry. But I told you last show, I was like, Schwarber's going to go on a tear right now. I went
back and watched his at bats too, and I'm with you. He's really starting to look better. The exit velocity's up. Go ahead. Sorry.
He's seeing the ball well. I think it's not even it's worth the flex. Carrasco's not going to last 7 innings. He may not even last 6. He's he is what he is. He is not good right now. So this is one of those things where I'm looking at the starting pitching matchup and I'm like, it's not the best on paper, but then I'm going to see a 7th inning home run by Schwarber and I'm going to be pissed. You know what I mean? It's like look at Sawinski. I didn't like the matchup versus starter the other day. He ended up hitting 2 home runs versus the bullpen. So yeah. It's one of those things. Maybe I shouldn't look too deep into the matchup. So this is probably a good spot for like an Alonso Schwarber parlay. Little bit of chalk, but they're giving you a little bit of
something like
too.
that too. Pete was like plus 400 or something. Somebody said earlier today. I saw on Twitter. That's kind of wild for me because he has really, really good career numbers against Nola. And it's a pretty big sample size too. Like I think it's enough that you should care. I haven't bet anything. Go ahead.
It's like one of those. It's like technically chalk, but they're giving you pretty good odds.
Yeah, exactly. So I was thinking something like that. Also, like Schwarber for 2 bases at plus 130 on FanDuel. That seems like a really good number to me. I might end up on that at the very least in this game, or maybe Pete and Schwarber both for 2 bases. I don't know what Pete's bases are, but you use Big Sports app if you want to check that out.
I want to bet Dan Vogelback to not swing the bat tonight. Fucking guy just sits there. I don't know what he's getting paid for. He just stands there and just watches, and he just doesn't swing the bat. It just stays on his shoulders. I can't believe that he made it back to Citi Field. I thought for sure
he's got to go, right? He's got to go. He's got to go.
There was no way. And then I see he's in the lineup today. I'm like, oh, this is over. This is chalked.
Hey, pick one real quick before we move on. Would you rather keep Vogelbach or Gary Sanchez on the roster right now as a Mets fan?
Sanchez is gone already.
Damn it.
Sanchez is on the Padres.
Is he really? Let's go, Gary. All right. I'm gonna bet on his home run. I think soon. I don't know if he's in the starting lineup. Cincinnati Reds. I've been talking about them in a positive way for the last couple of weeks. I think we're gonna see Elly De La Cruz this weekend, which is gonna be super interesting. Luke Weaver has surprisingly been pretty solid for him last few starts. James Paxton, good to see him back, but he's not been that great. Well, I guess he's not been terrible, but he did give up 5 runs to the Angels, two home runs. I didn't bet anything on this one. I don't know that kid. God, what's his name? Haley, right? No. Who's the rookie? They just called him up for the Reds. Completely drawing a blank right now.
Rayleigh?
No. Oh my God, the shortstop, McLean. Thank you, Matt McLean. Thank you.
McLean.
That's a little that's a little interesting to me. Honestly, he's not playing for his job right now, but he all the talk in Cincinnati is about Elliot. The rumors are he's coming up this weekend. They both play shortstop. They're gonna find room for both of them somehow. You know, I think they're gonna end up having to. Somebody's gonna have to get some outfield reps, DH reps. I think you're gonna see Jonathan India in a corner outfield spot potentially. Matt McClay maybe moves to short or to second, but you know. I think there's a little bit of a chip on that kid's shoulder right now too. He's like, hey, I've been playing my ass off, and I'm one of the hottest hitters in the National League right now. Elly De La Cruz is still in AAA, so that's not a bad look. I don't have any numbers to support that. That's just like a hunch vibe I'm getting. I'm probably not even going to bet it, but that's an interesting one. I don't know. You got this one? You got anything on this one?
Going with another Dominican.
All right.
These Dominicans are gonna save this little broke Puerto Rican right now. I need help. I need help from my Platano friends, man. So yeah, Luke Weaver is just awful. I gotta bet Devers here, but
He's been okay. He's been okay. Go ahead.
He's been all right. But I can't get a straight answer. I've been looking for the last 2 days and I cannot get a straight answer. Is Elly De La Cruz the brother of Brian De La Cruz?
I have no idea. Chat, anybody know? Reds fans, anybody know?
I can't find an answer on the internet. I can't find an answer anywhere. I saw one thing that said they might be related. I'm like, how do you make a whole article and then at the end say, we think they may be related? Can I get a straight answer? I want to know if they're brothers.
I have no idea. Cincinnati Reds to make the playoffs at plus 1,700. I don't bet futures. I just don't like having my money tied up for that long. That is really interesting. Like, the NL Central is bad. Like, it's bad. It just is. Like, that's a pretty good number. If you're gonna do what, Geraldo, can you check the Pick a Sports app maybe? What are they to win that division? Because I feel like they have to win that division. I mentioned a couple weeks ago that they might be in play for the second wild card spot. I don't know about that just because of how bad the NL West is. That I don't know. I think if they make the playoffs, they're going to win the division plus 2,500. I think maybe if you're looking for a future play there, that's a really interesting number to me. I don't know. Devers, I like it. That guy's really good at hitting the baseball too. I don't know. He likes hitting it home too, doesn't he? Weaver has been good. He's not a good pitcher though. So maybe I think he's due for some regression. He only gave up 3 hits, no runs. He's given up, he's got 2. He's had a couple of good starts, and that was against the Cardinals. He didn't look terrible against the Yankees, but yeah, I don't know. A lot of people on Yoshida. I've been saying for a while. I think the league has kind of figured out how to pitch to Yoshida. He's a hard play for me right now. I think he's going to bounce back. He's a really good hitter, but I'm off Yoshida for a bit till I see a little bit more. Go ahead. I cut you off. I've had.
No, that last Luke Weaver start, he might have had a little extra adrenaline going because it was against the Cardinals, former team. So they may have been a little extra spunk there, but I think he falls back to earth here. He's not good. He doesn't have good stuff.
Somebody said Brian has a brother in the minors. Okay, is it Ellie for the Reds? Tez Williams said Brian De La Cruz and Elly De La Cruz are brothers. So YouTube chat confirms.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to know. Because now this is my degenerate mind, right? Enter my stupid, dumb mind of betting where I put $1 on something stupid, and you know what I'm gonna do at some point this season? I am gonna put a parlay together with the Gurriel brothers, the Lowe brothers, and the De La Cruz brothers.
And it's gonna hit.
On the same day.
It's gonna. Okay, real quick before we move on, what do you think? If Elly De La Cruz's first start? It's gonna have to. I think they're waiting. I think the only reason he's not with the team right now is because they wanted to make his first start in Cincinnati in Great American Ballpark. They really hyped him up at like their preseason stuff. So I think they pretty much made a rule like when he comes up, he's gonna start at home. It means you're gonna be getting Elly De La Cruz in Great American Ballpark, which is the most hitter-friendly ballpark. What do you think his line is to hit a home run his first game?
They're usually pretty generous to rookies.
Matt, they weren't with McClain.
They weren't?
It was like plus 400, I think, or plus 450, something like that. Interstat Plus says plus 250. I think it's going to be around there. I truly do.
Wow.
I think it's going to be plus 250, plus 275 for him to hit a home run. Maybe worse. Like that maybe is a little. On FanDuel, it might be plus 225, plus 200.
I bet you we find that on like one book way off the number, like plus 400. Like what season? One of the books is gonna be way off on it. I guarantee it.
Yeah, it'd probably be 365.
Yeah.
I might move to Ohio. All right, we talked a lot about that game, and I don't even have a bet on it. You're on Devers though, right? Next game to me kind of stinks. But
The chat's a little confused. Yeah, no, it's Josh Lowe and Nathaniel Lowe are brothers. Brandon is a Lau for some reason.
his English is dumb.
Yeah.
If we're honest about it. Twins, Astros. This game kind of stinks to me. Louis Varland has been a little iffy. I think he's got really good stuff. He's got a 98, 99 fastball he throws. Altuve's been really hot. Taz McCormick hit a home run last night. You bet this game?
No, I am not.
All right, I'm good to just pass if you are. Unless Chad has questions on it, we can come back to him. Kyle Tucker. I need to see. Personally, I need to see more of Kyle Tucker before I bet him. That's not a bad look though. He's definitely due to go on a run. He's had a couple of spots here and there, but next one is an interesting game. I think this is an opener for the Rockies, so it was a little hard for me to kind of nail anyone down to actually bet on. I didn't bet on anybody in this game. Danielson, I don't know, is an opener for the Rockies. He's going to go 1 inning max. Tommy Henry is not very good for the Diamondbacks. They also pulled him super early. I don't know if they're kind of treating him like an opener. His last start, he went 1 1/3, and he only gave up 1 hit. So he might have a really short leash. This was just really hard for me to kind of get a vibe on how it's going to go because I have no idea what the pitching is going to look like. You got anything in this one? Ketel Marte is interesting, but
I mean, I thought about Profar, but
Profar is interesting.
It's one of those games where it's like you're gonna have to end up coming up with something because there's gonna be some offense in this game, but I can't put my finger on. I feel like it's gonna end up being more of a dart than something smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those games where I can't put my finger on who's gonna get the best matchup. We don't really know what's gonna come out of Colorado's bullpen, right?
No idea. Chat. So can somebody look up the bases odds and home run odds for Ketel Marte? Whatever the best line is. That's the only thing that is kind of interesting for me in this one. I do just really love Lourdes Gurriel Jr. So his 2 hits are not a bad bet right now. Somebody said
Carroll's hot too.
Corbin Carroll is really hot right now. Yeah. Mr. Get Up Skinny, I have no idea on Kevin Newman. I didn't look at it at all, to be honest with you, brother. I know he's been heating up a little bit, so it's not a bad look, I don't think. And against Paxton, yeah, that's not terrible. 2 bases for Ketel Marte is plus 100 somewhere. Frankie says that's not bad. He's been destroying the baseball. He really has. He could be bad. You know, he could get two at bats from both sides of the plate tonight. So you can't really look at righty lefty splits. Plus 630 for him to go yard on FanDuel. That's interesting. I don't think I'm going to play that straight, but that could be like an interesting lotto leg because he's really been hitting the ball well. Thank you, chat. Who needs a producer? We got 1 game left, right? Anything else? Anything we missed?
Well, Hunter Brown strikeouts for the Astros. I mean,
yeah,
that goes without saying. If Nick was here, he'd probably be creaming his pants to talk about it.
That's true.
He's been on fire lately.
10, 9, 8. Yeah.
His line is pretty good. I think his line's 6.5. So that's something you got to end. And if you want to go with a Jordan bomb,
that's never a bad look either. Yeah, that's never
a bad look.
Okay.
Let's get to your garbage Yankees already.
Hey.
Trash.
World Series.
Absolute trash. Absolute
World
trash.
Series, brother. I think they're gonna lose tonight. I don't know. Clark shit. I mean Schmidt. I've got a couple of looks here. What do you got though? I want to get your thoughts first.
I'm all aboard Julio, man. He's trending. He's trending up. I mean, the 3 games, 3 of the last 5 games with a home run. This is what I was looking for. Remember, we were talking about it. That he was starting to trickle up. He was starting to get the base hits. He was getting his confidence back, and look what happened. Now he's on a tear. When he's on this tear right now, you just have to go with Julio for a little while. So I'm gonna ride the wave. Schmidt sucks. We both agreed on that.
Yep.
This is just a great matchup for Julio. I want to get ahead of because I know Kalanick is too good to not get back on his shit. He's not good right now. He's been a stay away from me. Probably still gonna stay away here.
I looked at his that's where I wanted to go with it actually. So looking at the Mariners, yeah, Clark Schmidt isn't good. I'm with you on Julio. I think I might play Kelenic bases. I think I might. It's 155 on FanDuel. I think he's hit it two last 2 games he's played. He didn't play last night against Nestor. But I think he is starting to heat back up. His fly ball percentage is like 5 right now in the last 5 games or something. So I'm not in on his home run per se. It's not to say he won't hit one.
He's been hitting line drives.
He's been hitting a lot of line drives, a lot of hard ground balls. So 2 plus total bases at plus 155 on FanDuel is a decent look for me. I haven't bet it yet. I might end up taking that though. Home run wise, I like Cal Raleigh as well. He's really been heating up. I was hoping for a little bit better of a number. He's plus 400 on Hard Rock, and he was worse everywhere else. He's got what? He got 8 home runs on the season, and 7 of them have been against a righty. He's only slugging 448 against righties on the season. I don't know. He won a couple days ago, right? Yeah, on the 28th against Pittsburgh. I haven't betted. I probably won't bet that straight either. But something like a Kelenic bases and a route. You could even do four total bases for Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, and Jared Kelenic. Chat. Somebody throw that into a parlay. Tell me what it is. And guys, I'm okay. Don't call the cops. I might bet Isaiah Kiner for bases. I'm not betting his home run. I might bet his bases. Truly. I don't know what these chat. Somebody tell me what the odds are for that too. I don't know. Like he has looked different. That last year, if you're not familiar, he was literally like, if you watch college softball, how they have like lefty slap hitters. That's basically Isaiah Kiner just from the right side of the plate last year. And I saw his post game interview last night, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm basically just swinging hard now." It's like, what? Like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, at the shortstop last year, I was just trying to hit for average and get on base, but I'm swinging hard now. That's basically what he said. Brother, I don't know. He's on a run. He's on a hot streak. I think his bases were really good when I looked earlier. Plus 180 for 2 bases. So it could be really interesting to play IKF 2 bases, Jared Kelenic 2 bases, Cal Raleigh for 4, and this is a lot of bases, but Cal Raleigh and Julio both for 4. I think this game soars over, honestly. Yankees offense has been has been scoring a lot of runs. I know Kirby's been he's been all right, but Yankees haven't cared about basically their 2 aces last 2 nights. Clark Schmidt is terrible. I could see 7-8 runs on both sides. That could be interesting. Does anybody have it yet? Cal, Judge. That's not what I asked for, Dustin. But that is interesting too. Cal, Judge, Rodriguez 2 bases is plus 950. That's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, we'll recap. I don't have a whole lot of bets honestly yet, but yeah, we'll recap at the end. Wait, it is the end. That's very interesting. MGM gives bonus bets today. Yes. I think it might be the last day for him, but yeah. Anybody have that yet? That was Jared Kelenic and IKF both for 2 bases. Cal Raleigh. I don't know. Maybe leave Raleigh off and go with Julio. Just Julio for 4 bases. Cal, Julio, Kelenic, IKF all for 2 bases is plus 36.46 on FanDuel. Ginger Snap says.
You're really gonna put your hard-earned money on this guy?
What's the game log, dude? Like, let's look at it. Have time. I guess. All right, let me go over. It's not that great. Go ahead.
Let me go over the Dominicans are gonna save my legacy tonight. All right, I'm calling this the Blatano parlay. It is Fernando Tatis. Now I got to shop around because I'm pretty sure I could get this probably better somewhere else, just because of the fact that Devers is plus 240 on FanDuel. Tatis.
Pickett Sports app literally shops the lines on parlays for it. I don't know if you knew that. You select them all on Pickett. It shows you where the best parlay odds are.
Why don't you do it for me, smart guy?
Go ahead. No.
Tatis, Vladdy Jr., Rafael Devers, and Julio Rodriguez. All the home run tonight. Blatano parlay plus 31,724. This is gonna save my legacy tonight.
I'm in. Can you tweet that so I remember what it is? And I'm gonna actually write it with you. Can you tweet that so I remember what it is, and then I'm gonna play it with you?
Yes, I can.
All right. Well, cool. Just to recap, the only thing I have actually bet on is I did bet on Fernando Tatis Jr. 2+ total bases. I got it -105 on BetMGM. On Hard Rock Sportsbook. If you don't have Hard Rock, because it's not super common, I would almost just play the home run instead. Jerry's on the home run. I think I am going to end up playing the home run too. I think the best line is +350 on FanDuel. I think I'm in on that.
Tristan said +40,000 on DK. I'll do it on DK, 100%. Almost a +10,000 difference. Are you kidding me?
Fernando Tatis Jr. is who I said. You want to go? I mean, we're pretty much at the end. You want to go back through your bets and then I don't know, see if chat's got anything else.
Yeah. So doing a Tatis Soler same game parlay. I am a little sketched out about Soler. I think that Blake Snell is not going to give him anything to hit. The guy's wild as it is, let alone when someone who's been raking on lefties, he's probably going to pitch around him, depending on if Dela Cruz gets on base in front of him. So I'm going to do that parlay. Then besides the guys I mentioned, Pete Alonso, obviously a great matchup. I'm going to do Pete Alonso, Kyle Schwarber. Sounds very chalky. They're actually getting good odds tonight. I'm going to do them two in a parlay. And then I'm gonna do the 4-leg. I'm gonna round robin that by 3. I'm not crazy about round robining that by 2 because I'm a low wager better. It doesn't really make a big difference for me. So that I'm probably gonna stay with Hunter Brown strikeouts. I think you got to ride that wave right now. I mean, the Rockies Diamondbacks. Did we come up with a home run parlay? I can't remember.
I like Cattell. I didn't bet it. I like Cattell.
Yeah. You like his bases, right?
I like either way. I think you're getting good odds either way.
Yeah.
Depends on what you want. Either way is a good look. It's just really hard for me in that game because we have no idea what the pitching is going to look like.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. The Dominicans are going to take over tonight. That's my bottom line.
All right, I'm with you. I think I am going to end up. Oh, we also talked about Schwarber home run and bases. I think I am going to end up playing just his bases on +130 on FanDuel is what I have written down. That almost seems too high, and maybe I wrote it down wrong. 4 bases, I don't mind Cal Raleigh. I don't mind Julio. But all I've played is Tatis so far. I will anything else I play, I'll end up tweeting out. Anything else we got to talk about? NBA Finals? I don't care.
I forgot to address somebody in chat earlier. I forgot to say something. Someone said Lindor. He's on a tear right now. So his bases right now, it's like if you want to bet his bases, bet his bases. I don't know about home run. He's not really that consistent of a power hitter. He does have plenty of pop, but his bases right now, when he's on a tear like this, he is going to be a doubles machine. So definitely someone to look at right now.
A couple people have asked about Aaron Judge too. Listen, Aaron Judge, any given night could hit 1, could hit 2. Like that's never a bad bet. The only risk there is the value is not crazy, but it doesn't really matter to me.
Very few slumps in the season. Like he's just one of those guys. Like I think last year he had one slump. The year before that he had like one stretch, like a 2-week stretch of a slump. He doesn't really slump too much, So
he's really good. It's hard for me. I've been trying to bet the Yankees less too because I watch them every night and I'm like already in a bad mood if they lose or don't play well. So then I end up losing twice, and I don't know. I think like the quote unquote professional gamblers have a rule if they don't bet their own teams at all, or bet the teams they root for. I'm not there yet, but I don't know. I don't think I bet Judge straight to hit a home run all year, and I might end up taking it a couple times, but it's never a bad bet, is what I'll say. It's literally never a bad bet. All right, well I think we're good. Denver Nuggets I think are going to win the NBA Finals, but I also haven't watched the NBA since the All-Star break, so who knows? There are some good UFC fights this weekend. I don't know if we're going to get any content on that out or not, but cool. We're back at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Any closing words, my friend Gerald?
Tonight we're all Dominican.
All right, I'm in. Hey, appreciate you watching. I always do this. Okay, I got the screen ready. Thank you, Pickett Sports. Thank you, Sleeper Picks. Use code Goldboys, goldboys.com. Sign up for the Discord. We are back at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock Friday, and then Monday we're back to 1 and 5, 3 days in a row. So appreciate you. Download the apps, use the codes, and good luck on your bets.